Hi, Shellie Watson here, and I just want to address the continuous questions and concerns that I'm personally receiving from homeowners and agents alike about online companies wanting to make a guaranteed instant offer on property. I also want to address the accuracy of property values from these online companies using online algorithms to value your property. I have three really vital examples that I want to share in a minute as recent examples that I've personally experienced just recently as clients have called me with concerns stating that they are even receiving manipulative, enticing phone calls from companies wanting to make immediate offers on their property. The national and local real estate professional industry has enormous concerns right now about the accuracy of these online attempts of companies to value and even purchase your property online. Banks are even resourcing certain online algorithms now to evaluate the value of your property to determine your potential of attaining and accessing your own equity in your property as a line of credit. I'm here to tell you that in most cases, these online determinations are completely not accurate. As we wrap up several years of incredible appreciation and value, many online companies, investors, and even real estate professionals are advertising the option of guaranteed sales or immediate offers in minutes on your home. If something seems too good to be true, I'm here to tell you that it is. If you are basing your property value on the latest online estimate or Zestimate, please don't. In many cases, the company or investor that's approaching you with an offer wants to make subtle changes to the property, the paint color, the repairs needed, and they know that they can potentially earn incredible profits on your property, profits that I would like to see you earn. As realtors, we are here to advocate on your behalf, to consult with you to determine the highest and best price to sell your property. We consult on changes that need to be made, any minor improvements that will attract your highest and best offer against your competition. We advise you on the market conditions, the current inventory, and the best time to sell. Most importantly, we completely analyze the house, the property, its features, its upgrades. An online company cannot determine these valuations accurately without sending someone to your property in person. They're going to look at your upgrades, the slope of the lot, the school district, the green spaces, the convenience, the interior upgrades, the millwork. The list goes on. I want to share several examples now from this past year where my personal clients and friends thought their homes were worth a certain amount based on certain online company estimates, only to find out their homes were worth actually a lot more and were being greatly undervalued online. Example number one, I had a client call and they thought their home was worth $400,000, and that would have been a high number. Just from looking at recent sales in the early spring, researching their online estimate, I met with them, did my own evaluations, looked at the inventory, knew the school district, the conditions of the home were evaluated. I immediately saw that their home would sell for at least $30,000 or $1,000 more than they were thinking with their initial determinations they had done on their own. After the seller cooperated, which is a huge part, they took my suggestions to prepare the property for the sale. To my surprise, when we listed the house with our photography, it actually brought $50,000 more than their initial thoughts on the evaluation of their home. And the reality is that if they had accepted some online instant offer or guaranteed offer or attempted to sell on their own, they would have lost $50,000 in profit and that comp for their community and the community values. We went on to sell 5 more homes in that community based on this sale. Another example, I had a client that called me in a higher price range. Their home is an estate home near the Chattahoochee River here in Atlanta, in an Atlanta community. It's varied home values. They had gone online and looked at Zillow, and their online estimate after basically they had received a letter from their lender that their equity line had been frozen due to the bank using an algorithm to update the value of their home. The bank valued their home at only $485,000. Zillow was valuing it at $525,000, and I happen to know if we put a sign in the yard this week, it would go for $650,000 to $675,000, one of the higher homes in the community. It was an enormous 6-figure discrepancy on the value of their property. Zillow literally had the home's features, finished square footage, and value estimate completely incorrect. The value was not accurate based on their home being a higher valued, unique estate, larger lot within the community, backing up to the river, that also had homes in smaller price ranges on the street between 400 and 800,000. So Zillow's algorithm was literally pulling recent lower sales on their street that essentially were completely different in value, lot size and proximity to the green spaces in the river. If this client had believed their bank or Zillow on their home value, they would have been undervalued by almost $200,000. And you better believe that with these guaranteed offer investors that I mentioned earlier, they would love to take advantage of these kind of discrepancies. Example number 3, and this was my most disturbing that just happened, and it's what prompted this video. One of my elderly clients received a very manipulative call this week for an instant offer on her home. It went something like this. We've recently purchased homes in your area and would like to discuss an instant offer to you within 7 minutes on your home. You don't have to list the house. You don't have to have showings. You don't have to deal with realtors. You don't have to pay realtor commission. We'll just make you an offer directly. I personally investigated the situation, and the offer would have been significantly lower than what that property is currently worth. And that investor would have kept the home as a rental property or flipped it for commissions and profit when they sell it. And this was profit that needed to go to my client for retirement income. So folks, I'm just challenging you to work with a professional, a realtor, someone who really advocates for you and your best interest. Don't depend on an online algorithm. In many cases, the very online company algorithm now that's significantly undervaluing your property is gonna make you wanna make you a simultaneous offer on it. That's what's happening with these companies. I call it greed. Nothing can take the place of a well thought out advocate or realtor who has your best interest in mind, your fiduciary responsibility to your highest, best, and smoothest outcome on the sale of your property. Thanks for listening, and if you have any questions about real estate, don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks.